Hello my sweeties and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name is Elise and thank you for joining my spooky little family. In today's video, we are going to be doing something a little fun and a little spicy. We're talking about the top 10 Netflix and chill horror movies. Let's get into the video. Okay, so listen up. Before I get into this list, just a friendly reminder to all of you that most of these films are going to be a mix of things. And that means it's going to be like some good ones, some trash ones that maybe I didn't like, and probably just like fun bad ones, you know? Because let's be real, when it's Netflix and chill, you're never really paying attention to the movie. Are you?
We are shocked.
And with that, let's jump right into this list. At number 10, we have #Alive, directed by Cho. The rapid spread of an unknown infection has left an entire city in ungovernable chaos, but one survivor remains alive in isolation. It is... What? Why would it say that? It is his story. Okay, so this is a Korean horror film that came out... Did this come out in 2020? What even is time? I actually did a review of this. This was actually one of my first reviews on the channel. Like, this was pretty early on. But anyway, this film is a lot of fun and it is very anxiety-inducing, very jumpy, and very loud. So, you know, if you're like hanging, you need some good background noise, I think this is like the one. But I will say that out of most of the ones on this list, this is definitely one of the very good ones. I do have some on this list that are just awful, and I put them there just because they're bad and like you're gonna get distracted anyways. So yeah, but this one is actually really good. It really just feels like a date night in kind of horror film, so that's what we want. And now at number 9, we have one of my favorites. It is so fun, and we actually did a table screams of this. It was our first ever table screams. If you haven't seen it, I'm just gonna like link it up there. It is I Know What You Did Last Summer, directed by Jim Gillespie. 4 young friends bound by a tragic accident are reunited when they find themselves being stalked by a hook-wielding maniac in their small seaside town. Okay, so this film stars some icons of the 90s. We have Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., Ryan Phillippe, and of course the queen, Sarah Michelle Gellar. It is a killer cast. They're all really attractive, and the story is absolutely ridiculous, but this one is ridiculous in a great way. This is by far probably one of the best Netflix and chill horror films because it's just so ridiculous. The movie kind of goes all over the place, so it's just one of those that it's fun and it's also great background noise, you know what I mean? This film is also super predictable, so it's not like you have to pay so much attention to figure anything out. I mean, the twists and turns are really not that crazy. So, you know, it's a pretty straightforward late 90s slasher, and I really love it. Also, this movie is an absolute vibe. Just the way it looks, a vibe. Ultimate Netflix and chill material. And now you know you cannot have I Know What You Did Last Summer without this film at number 8. It is I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, directed by Danny Cannon. The murderous fisherman with a hook is back to once again stalk the 2 surviving teens, Julie and Ray, who had left him for dead, as well as cause even more murder and mayhem, this time at a posh island resort. I honestly have to laugh because this movie is really awful. Not only is the movie really awful, but the synopsis is just really funny. So now hear me out. This movie is really bad. It's definitely nowhere near as good as the first film, but it still is a lot of fun. And I think that when you watch it, you'll realize that they are trying to be a lot more silly and ridiculous than the first film. I mean, there's honestly even some key moments in the film that you're like, wow, they definitely knew they were being ridiculous. Like the entire ending of the film, the entire reveal of who the killer is, and the fact that his name is Benson, and they were like, don't you get it? Ben's son? And I was like, wait, was that actually in the script? I love this movie. It's great. It's so stupid, and it has a lot of fun chase scenes, a lot of fun, ridiculous jump scares, and, you know, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. are back again, so you get two babes again. We love to see it. We also have Brandy in this, and Brandy is killing it. She's amazing. She's a lot of fun. Her and Jennifer Love Hewitt have great chemistry together, so really love watching them be two absolute spooky baddies. But anyway, this one is very much like really just great background noise and so ridiculous that 10 out of 10, you're probably gonna zone out anyway, and I'm sure you'll be paying a lot more attention to the person you're chilling with than this movie. Now we have one that is really great. It is a lot of fun. It is so fun. I actually really love this movie. At number 7, we have Cam, directed by Daniel Goldhaber. Alice, an ambitious cam girl, wakes up one day to discover she's been replaced on her show with an exact replica of herself. Okay, so this one is actually really good. It's really good. I'm not sure if you'll like want to like Netflix and chill to this, because honestly, if it was me, I'd be like, I have to watch this. Like, I can't do that right now. But you know what? It's a vibe. First of all, the cinematography in this film, just the way it looks, is gorgeous. It's very neon, very pink. But you know, the film is very horny. It's a very horny film, you know? There's a lot of sex in this film, so I think it's safe to say that you might get distracted. But honestly, if you're here to just watch these movies, this is a great one. Madeline Brewer is really great. She's honestly probably the best part of the entire film. I mean, she is the star of the film. She does a great job. Great job in every scene. This film is a vibe. It'll immediately set the mood, and that's what you want. Now, at number 6, we have a Spanish film, and that is Don't Listen, directed by Angel Gomez Hernandez. Daniel and Sarah have a 9-year-old son, Eric, and they've just moved to a new home, not knowing the neighbors call it the House of the Voices. Eric is the first one to notice the odd noises behind each door. Okay, so this is actually a really good one. You know how I told you earlier we're gonna have like a mix of like some bad and some really good? This is a standout here on this list. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. It is in Spanish, so you will have to read subtitles, but this one actually really did surprise me. It's a very good story. It's very depressing. Cinematography is gorgeous. The acting is really good. And there's a pretty solid script there. I will also say that the ending is very dark and very depressing and could potentially be triggering, so keep that in mind. Now at number 5, we're getting a little more romantic, a little more gothic, a little more vibey. And we have Interview with the Vampire, directed by Neil Jordan. A vampire tells his epic life story, love, betrayal, loneliness, and hunger. That is legitimately The synopsis. This film really is an absolute classic. If any of you haven't seen it, I would really be surprised. This one has really great performances. Brad Pitt is great in this. Tom Cruise is pretty great. And we have a great performance from a very young Kirsten Dunst, who's an absolute queen. I feel like all vampire films are super horny and super gay. And so I think immediately this makes this a great Netflix and chill movie. Now at number 4, we have one that is really bad. It's so bad. It is so bad that I did put it on my top 10 worst horror films ever made. So this one is definitely here, just for the record, okay? This one is here because it is bad. You can laugh at it, and you can just put it on as background noise, because I think it's like great background noise, honestly. We have The Bye-Bye Man, directed by Stacy Title. 3 friends stumble upon the horrific origins of a mysterious figure they discover is the root cause of the evil behind unspeakable acts. Oh my god. Honestly, just reading the synopsis actually makes me upset. Yeah, this movie is really awful. I don't really know where I can give credit. I'm gonna give credit to some actors because there are actual good actors in this. Douglas Smith is a really great actor, and he's our lead in this, and he is really great. But unfortunately, his acting cannot save how bad the script is. So, yeah. He's super cute, though, so there's that. He's the main reason I watched the film. This not only could be great background noise for a Netflix and chill night, but this would be a great film to do a drinking game with. Like, because every 2 minutes, they're like, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it. But really, this one, I think it's just great to put on and just have it as background noise, because it really is kind of unwatchable. But who knows? You may watch it and have a great fun time with it and be able to laugh at it. There are definitely moments where I could laugh at it, so. Ooh, we're getting into one I really like. At number 3, we have Unfriended, directed by Levin Gabriez. A group of online chat room friends find themselves haunted by a mysterious supernatural force using the account of their dead friend. Okay, so this movie is a lot of fun. I know it is definitely not the best horror movie ever, and I know a lot of people hate it. I have to say that I don't hate it. I think that it was a really big moment in horror to do this online Skype kind of format. I think it came out at a good time, and I think that it was executed pretty well, and it was pretty fun. I will say, though, that the ending of this film unfortunately has this ridiculous jump scare that really wasn't necessary, and honestly took me out a little bit. I feel like they really didn't need that. I feel like the studio was like, well, we need to do something crazy because we got to set up a sequel. Yeah, really didn't like that. But other than that, I think this film is a lot of fun, and I think this is really just a great, again, like date night horror film, and I feel like it is also one that could be used as background noise. This one is also fairly short, so love that. Now at number 2, I have some personal experience with this movie and a Netflix and chill, and that is why it is here. We have Dark Shadows, directed by Tim Burton. An imprisoned vampire, Barnabas Collins, is set free and returns to his ancestral home, where his dysfunctional descendants are in need of his protection. Oh my god, that synopsis is as ridiculous as this movie. Okay, so actually I really do love this movie. This is a fun little horror comedy that stars Johnny Depp, Chloe Grace Moretz, and a bunch of other fun people. Chloe Grace Moretz and Johnny Depp are both really great in this film. I mean, the vibes are there, the Tim Burton vibes are there. Anything Tim Burton, absolutely perfect for a Netflix and chill. Like, have you not been doing this already? All my spooky bad bitches, you know the vibes.
We xoxo.
Again, this is definitely one of those on the list that is actually a good movie. Well, at least I think it's a good movie. I don't know if everyone thinks this is a good movie, but if you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. If you like Tim Burton, you'll definitely like this. And now at number 1, this one is really fun because I feel like this is a great midnight movie. So immediately it's a Netflix and chill for me. And that is Christine, directed by John Carpenter. A nerdish boy buys a strange car with an evil mind of its own, and his nature starts to change to reflect it. So this film is actually based on the novel Christine by Stephen King, and it is one of my favorite Stephen King novels. I am a big Stephen King fan. I have a whole, my whole bookshelf down here is just Stephen King movies, okay? So this film definitely has that really fun, dark vibe. I mean, it's a John Carpenter film, so you know it's good. Though this film is definitely ridiculous because it is about a car that is possessed, it actually is very effective in being creepy, and our lead actor who plays Arnie does a really great job. Again, this is one that I actually really recommend and is really good on this list. If you haven't seen it, I think you definitely should. I feel like it's very underrated and it's just a lot of fun. And again, it's definitely a come cuddle, we're watching a horror movie kind of movie. I just said movie 2 times in one sentence. Love that for me. It's a bimbo's world, you know? Okay, you guys, so I tried to make this list of really good films, some bad ones, and then some so bad it's good, and some that are just background noise. So hopefully you have found something on this list that you can get with. I think you will. And you know, it's Netflix and chill season, so get to it.
We xoxo.
Alright you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it really helps me a lot. And be sure to click that little notification bell to be up to date every single time I upload. And let me know in the comments, have you seen any of these films? Did you enjoy them? Which ones would you add to this list? I'd love to talk about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.